Blood splattered vest, blood splattered. It's an assassin and ninja equipment. Whenever a dagger you control hits, you may gain 1 resource and put a stain counter on this. If there are 3 or more stain counters on it, destroy it. And it has blade break. I think this card's really good. Flexibility of you choosing when to activate it, I think is solid. A deck like Ira immediately comes to mind. Would love to play this. Drilling into the numbers a little bit, this card is definitely competing with Tunic. Ninja and Assassin are both notorious for running Tunics. This card is worth roughly 3 points of value. You can get 3 resources out of it, or you can get 2 resources and 1 block out of it. That's kind of your options. It would mean Tunic, you would need to get 2 uses out of it and a block, or 3 uses out of it. In a perfect world where you make use of your Tunic counters, like as soon as they come up, there's 6 turns or a 9-turn game for it to be the same value as Blood Splattered Vest. That's probably the average of what games are going right now. So at that level, Blood Splattered Vest is like just as good as Tunic. Like you can make that argument. There is also a vulnerability to this in that your opponent can deny you activating this ability. If they're very savvy, they can like shut down a turn where you really need your resource. If you're playing that way, if you're playing very heads up, your opponent can kind of read the room a little bit and deny you some value there. So like if you never get this to trigger, that means your opponent is blocking every dagger you swing, which is like a very good position for you as the ninja or assassin player to be in. You're trading a card for something you're trading a resource for. Your card going to the bottom of your deck is equals to 1 card out of their deck. That cycle only can continue 60 times until they run out of cards and you can fatigue them. And that's hard to quantify. So maybe you got 1 resource and 1 block out of it, but your opponent ditched X amount of cards to daggers over the course of the game. Like that's valuable. Like, same way, again, with Mask of Momentum. If Mask of Momentum never triggers, that doesn't mean you didn't get anything out of it. That means your opponent had to play around it and all of a sudden they're playing the game on your turn. That's a ceiling in and of itself that you won't be able to fully realize until you play a game. That could be really valuable. Overall, I think this is like a super cool card. This is like my top of my list to pick up. I'm really excited to play it with Ira. The deck building challenge that this piece of equipment brings, I'm really excited to face.